Hi, everyone. This is Jacqui Cooper with CryptoMom2, and today I am really excited to have an artist in the non-fungible token space on to talk to us about art and creativity in all different forms. For those that might not know about CryptoMom2, let me just share a brief background as to how I got started before we get into our exciting conversation today. I got started last, I guess June now, almost a year. Wow. And I invested in my first altcoin that I'm super excited about. And then I decided that I would start CryptoMom2 as a talk show so others could learn about my journey and the highs, the lows, the struggles, the joys as I explore the blockchain and the cryptocurrency world. You know, it is a fascinating technology and area. I've been meeting phenomenal people who are, you know, genius in the creativity side that I just am in awe with. And with that being said, Thomas, I met you through Facebook groups, through the NFT space. Yep. And I want to share with everyone before I let him introduce himself. He has been a mentor to me. I have been in the process of learning how to do NFTs for my aunt, who is an artist. And whenever I've had a question, I've been able to reach out to him, and he was kind enough to hop on to a Zoom and help me figure out what I was doing wrong to upload. And that's the whole thing with this NFT world and the cryptocurrency space. There are so many people who are willing to help and guide you. So I've been super grateful. Thomas, I was blown away by your art, by your imagination. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? For those of you who are not on the video side, please go over to both Jacqui Cooper Travels, my YouTube side, as well as the CryptoMom2 YouTube, because it's going to be posted on both. So you can see a little bit about his art. Again, Thomas, I know I've been talking, I'm going to stop so you can introduce yourself. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you very much. I'm really humble that you even call me a mentor. You know, I was just glad I was able to help you. But yeah, my name is Thomas Ryan. I have been in the crypto space for maybe less than a year now, as it's newly starting to form. And I'm a comic book creator, so I've been doing that for the past 3 years. Self-published several titles, and when NFTs came around, I seen them as a great opportunity to actually expand and take my work beyond just a normal Kickstarter or a normal sale, but then actually give people a piece of my work to collect and hold on to. So it's a really exciting time to be an artist and a creator, because now there's a lot more opportunity there.
I love your background. I love the fact that you're into comics and storytelling. And I'm also an educator, so I believe in the power of telling stories to inspire others. How did you, why don't you share a little bit more about your personal story, how you became involved in creating cartoons and how you got started?
Yeah, so I've been in love with stories since I was a kid. English was my favorite subject. It was one of the majors that I took in college. Storytelling was something that was really close to my heart and near and dear to me. I spent about 4 years in the United States Army, and during that time, in the spare time, I had a lot of time to write and create and put things together. So during that time, I really got into writing like screenplays and movies and things of that nature, and also doing art at the same. So as time went on, I decided, you know what, I want to make animations. Like I want to make like the Pixars and the Disneys and you know the anime that you see on television. But I found out that that is very painstaking. It's a labor of love, and it's very expensive to get the teams down and get all the pieces you need for that. And you know, as a self-publisher, you know, you try to do things as cheaply as you can. Everything that you can do yourself, you're gonna do it by yourself. So with that being said, uh, I said, all right, no animation. What else can I do? Then I got introduced into the worlds of comics, where I could actually take the story and put it in a form. It's just like storyboarding, and put it in a form where I could actually still get the story out and still give people the experience of beautiful art and great story, just in a different form. So for the past 2 years, I've just been self-publishing my work, taking those screenplays and then making them into comic books, and putting the stories out to everybody.
You know what's so exciting about this is your vision. I mean, even though right now you're doing the cartoons and you are doing the NFTs, I foresee that as you get more involved in this area, it's going to go full circle, and you're going to be, someone's going to find you and say, "Hey, let's put that story on the big screen," because that's actually how people get discovered. They have the dream and the vision, and sometimes they don't always have the finances to get right out there right away. But by the stick-to-itiveness that you've talked about and the ingenuity that you've said, okay, can't do it this way, let's figure out a different way. You're not having the wall stop you. You're going over the wall and or around the wall. And that is awesome. That's really awesome.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. So tell me for your cartoons, before we start talking about the NFTs and your Kickstarter campaign, tell me what are some of the stories that you've been telling, and where can people find your comic books and your creativity?
Yeah, so maybe once or twice a year. I'm really focused on quality over quantity. So once or twice a year, I'll put out a book. The book has to be right, and I will self-publish it through a Kickstarter. So in the past, I put out a series called Average Joe, which is pretty much just about an average guy. He's living in a world full of superheroes, and he decides, you know what? These guys are jerks. So let me be a superhero myself. Regular average guy running around trying to do superhero stuff. I published 2 issues of that on Kickstarter, and now it's for sale on my website, www.vivpanel.com, VIVPANEL.com. So yeah, so I've been telling that story, and now this new series is kind of it's a space saga. So it's my Star Wars. I love Star Wars so much. This is Star Wars if I created Star Wars. So it's taking place in a futuristic world where pretty much an ancient evil that ruled over everyone was captured, and now they've escaped, and now they're trying to recapture the universe. And we just follow a group of people that pretty much they taking on electronic augments. So they putting on like this metallic armor, adding it to themselves. And it's essentially about humanity. It's about people giving up the most human parts of themselves to save the same humanity that they love. That's like the core of that story, and that's live on Kickstarter now. And yeah, so that's the series that I'm rolling with right now.
So if people don't know where to go for a Kickstarter campaign, how would they find you?
Yeah, the best way, if you just go to kickstarter.com, and if you were to type in the title of my current series, it would be Techlium. So that's Techlium, and you just type it into the search bar. That'll be the only one to pop up, because that's the weirdest name that I could possibly think of to name something. So I'm sure that'll be the only one that pops up when they go and search.
For those that might not be familiar with YouTube as well as with the talk show, there is a block below the conversation, and I will have all the links here. But in case you're trying to do the Google search right now, you can definitely follow along and check it out. But I will definitely have all the links below. So for the non-fungible token area and the art, for those that don't know what these tokens are, basically it's a form of digital art that you can upload, and you can do videos, you can do movement, you can do a lot of different creative things, and they are on different platforms. What's been your experience in creating NFTs? And have you found that, I know you're an experienced artist, have you found the experience easy, difficult? What's been your experience?
One thing I like to tell people, because a lot of people ask me about the space, like how they get involved with it. One thing I like to tell people is that it's not the NFT itself that will get you to sell your work or get people to want to buy it, but it's you and the promotion of yourself. So um, a great artist like, let's say, Todd McFarlane. If Todd McFarlane made an NFT, everyone would go get that NFT because it's Todd McFarlane. Um, Now the Thomas Ryan NFT, maybe not everybody's gonna go to get that NFT because only a select group of people really know who Thomas Ryan is, and the demand is there for those people. So creating an NFT itself won't make people want to go and buy your NFT, but instead, um, it's the promotion of yourself. And So far, it's been great among my audience. I've had people that wanted to get into the space that know me, that have known me, that have known my work, that say, "Oh, you have NFTs? What's this? Let me check this out. I want to get involved." And it opened the door for me, and it opened the door for other artists that they've come across and found like, "Oh, wow, I found yours, but then I found this guy's NFT as well."
So how I know for on different platforms, when you're selling NFTs, it's sold through Ethereum or other coins. So again, when people get involved with looking at this, they have to have a little bit of knowledge or connect with someone that might be able to help them understand, well, how do I even obtain Ethereum, or how do I obtain the coin in order to create on the platform? What was your experience in cryptocurrency before you got involved in the NFT world?
The NFT world actually opened me up to crypto more so than anything. I've heard about it. Everybody's heard of Bitcoin. Ethereum was very new to me. It was really NFTs that really got me doing the research and really trying to figure out what it was. But prior to this, it really wasn't much. It was something that I kept an eye on and I seen from a distance. But when the NFTs came around, I'm like, oh, that's for me. That right there is for me because that's art, and we can do this. Now I can get involved with this. And then I did the research, and it's quite simple once you figure out what to do and how it works and all those things.
I agree with you that the creation can be easy, and it's the marketing which is important. So are you on more than one platform, or are you on just like OpenSea or Foundation? And for those that don't know, those are just two of many different NFT platforms that allow you to upload your art.
Yeah, I'm on OpenSea and Rarible. I like Rarible a little bit better. But I'm usually using those two platforms primarily. A lot of them are the same.
So why don't you go ahead and mention again, because I know that we've had a few minutes of conversation. I want people to understand, why did you create your campaign on a Kickstarter? What's the benefit of doing it there?
Well, Kickstarter is equivalent to an artist going to a comic book convention, whereas the people that are there, they are there for that thing. Whereas opposed you go to a mall or to a store to sell, people are there for all types of things, but people are specifically on Kickstarter for certain things in certain categories. So in the comic book categories, there are people that are called super backers that all they do is back comic book campaigns, and they support the indie artists, and it's a big community, and it's a really inclusive community. So Kickstarter was a no-brainer once I found out how to use it and how it goes.
So for those, so I guess once this comic book edition is off of Kickstarter, it'll be back on your website, and that's where people can find it.
Yep, that's correct. Once the Kickstarter ends, all of my work gets put off for sale for everyone at vivpanel.com.
Okay, why don't you repeat that one more time so that way everyone can
Yep.
make sure to go and check it out.
Yeah, it could be found at www.vivpanel.com.
So everyone, again, I will have all this information in the podcast block below, as well as in the YouTube side. And, for everyone who's listening, definitely please like and subscribe. And I know that we're going to be having future conversations as Thomas creates other things, because he's a prolific artist in many areas. And so I want to keep you up to date on everything that he's creating and doing. And as I know that he creates new things and gets more exposure, we'll be excited to support him and everything. I also want to share with everyone, definitely stay tuned for future coin talks as I talk about different cryptocurrency coins. So that way you can kind of learn more which coin has a white paper, what's on their website. Again, none of this is financial advice. I'm just doing a look over, because there are thousands of altcoins out there. And so, some are get the attention of some people one day and then another people the other day. So I'm just kind of taking a quick look at that. And I'm also doing NFT talks, looking at different platforms. So that way, as you explore the NFT world, because there are new things that are popping up all the time, you can just stay current. So again, everyone who's listening, thank you so much. Any last minute thoughts, Thomas, that you want to share before we sign off?
Well, thank you for having me. I really appreciate you extending the opportunity. And thank you to the people that will be listening that have supported me since day one, and everybody that's soon to come.
Awesome. And I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.